So we covered the shield position and we covered the sword position, and see how they work together. So we'll go in a bit closer, tighter in here. Got there. So you can see how together this forms the strong point. So whether you're blocking there, 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 there. So you've got the two options to be able to block in regards to it. Now, having a sword forward stance helps in a couple of ways. Admittedly, when you're blocking with your sword, you're not throwing a blow with it. But it's also quite possible that your blows, because you're in position, you can block fire. Make sense? So you can sort of have some options in terms of that. What we're going to do is, you practice this by initially learning to fire. See how the basket hooks my back? You then have to clear. We're keeping it at about the same point. So it's there. This is my stance. I have a fairly square on stance. What this allows me to do is, because I keep my shield a little flat on, allows me to be able to just throw from there in regards to it as required. So what you do is you learn to use the two of them. So eventually down the line what you do is you do a block where you just practicing blocking with the sword to get used to the feeling of it. Then after that, you learn a drill whereby, say someone throws a snap, offhand snap, block with my shield, block with my sword, I'll block with both of them. That way you can feel comfortable going, or block with fire, or being able to, vary with what you need to do with some degree of certainty. This allows you to close in on your opponent. It's one of the ideas that was very much something that's newcomers, I'm taught not to do. Newcomers are normally taught you're in range or you're out of range, and if you're in range you should be doing something. More experienced fighters learn that there's a certain degree of pressure that can be maintained by being just in range, which people can capitalise on by applying pressure. This is the first step of being able to apply pressure, because if you're a little bit more defensive to begin with, you may find that you might have some opportunities rather than always getting locked into the I always attack mentality or I always throw the first blows. You may find that you may have some other openings and your attack will seem less noticeable for your opponent in many ways, because the response time, you're in closer to your target, so the blows, distance is closer, the sword's closer to your opponent, so the distance between you and your sword is also then closer. If you can throw from a defensive position, and that's the problem with this stance like this, the offhand's really hard to throw, whereas from here you can block and fire, so you find a position whereby you can throw. Anyway, you'll have to experiment with that, but you get the idea.